Hi, my name is Ahmad Amir Hanafi and my group members are Muhammad Khairuddin and Muhammad Subki. We are presenting about the flood in Malaysia. So floods are the most common sort of natural disaster and occur when an overflow of water submerges an area that is typically dry. Heavy rain, sudden snowmelt or a tropical storm from a major hurricane or tsunami can produce flooding in sea areas. There are three common types of flood, which is flash floods, river floods, and coastal floods. Flash floods happen when rapid and severe rainfall can quickly increase water levels, causing river, streams, channels, and even highway to be submerged. River flood occur when water level rise too quickly due to heavy rain or snowmelt. Finally, coastal flooding is caused by tropical storms and tsunami storm surge. According to the researcher, floods, drought, tropical cyclone, heat wave, and severe storm have been responsible for 80 to 90% of all reported disaster caused by natural disaster in the last 10 years. Malaysia, on the other hand, is frequently affected by natural disaster such as floods, drought, landslides, haze, and man-made disaster. Next is the Malaysia's experience of the flood. Floods have become a typical occurrence in the life of a substantial number of Malaysians due to natural reasons such as strong monsoon rainfall, intense turbulence, rainstorm, poor drainage, and other local variables. In the years of 2021, the country of Malaysia is experiencing some of the worst flooding it has seen in years, forcing more than 30,000 people to evacuate from their homes. In Selangor alone, nearly 10,000 people had to leave their home because of the flood. Prime Minister of Malaysia, Ismail Sabri Yaakob, said that the amount of rain that fell in Selangor is what fell in one day would usually fall in 1 month. According to the report, the numbers of deaths because of the flood is up to 46 on December 25 of 2021. Not only that, thousands of small business owners in Selangor or Klang area are facing losses up to 50,000 ringgit because they didn't have time to save their assets or equipment for the business.
Help for the victim. There are government and non-government who help the affected victims. There are also regular Malaysians who, inspired by their countrymen's suffering, stood forward and filled the hole that the government should have filled. They did it without a fanfare or long ceremonies. These everyday heroes have proven to be more efficient and organized from any government institution. Companies, non-governmental and religious organizations, and non-governmental individuals, they cooked food for the evacuees, others brought food to those who were unable to evacuate. Electricians offered free white good repairs. Pet hotel offered to the shelter pets. Ordinary household opened up their home. A man brought a generator so the flood victim could charge their cell phone. Medical and veterinary field hospitals were set up in the worst affected areas. In those who couldn't physically help, donate money and essential items. Many of these ordinary heroes had no extraordinary skill, but through their compassion, they offered what they could. While the government rescue machinery was allegedly busy assessing the situation and figuring out how to get around the areas when the road signs were submerged, this ordinary hero went into a wing and a prayer. Management for the flood disaster. To prevent this problem from becoming worse in the future, some action must be taken by the government and all Malaysians. In Malaysia, floods are a common hydrological occurrence. A national water resource study was done by the government on structural and non-structural flood mitigation and control strategies. Following that, a variety of flood control projects were constructed, including river canalization, river embankment, raising, and multi-purpose dam. In Malaysia, 5-year development budget, the budgetary commitment to such initiative was raised. Because of the rising costs, the government must become more proactive in identifying solutions to solve the flood problem holistically. The Prime Minister Department Economic Planning Unit is able to manage all areas of water resource planning, design and implementation in the country thanks to the government machinery. The Department of Irrigation and Drainage Malaysia (DID), which is responsible for providing flood forecasting and warning service to the public.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Subki. I will present about planning in the future. First and foremost is the knowledge of flood disaster. The community must learn the knowledge in foreseeing the flood disaster to save themselves. All parties must be vigilant and prepared by saving their property and personal safety as well. Company and government must ensure that the community get enough food and good to cope with this flood disaster. Company can also help by giving discount on their item to flood disaster victim. This can directly boost the marketing and the name of the company itself. Furthermore, not only the effort of the company, the action of the government are also not missed in dealing with the problem of natural disaster. The government must allocate money to ensure that the drainage system is in good condition so that the rainwater does not stagnate, which will cause the water to rise very quickly. For conclusion, natural disasters such as flood have a huge impact on a country. From what happened in Malaysia, the period of the day has took many human lives and has also affected many enterprise and all company affected by the flood. All the affected company have suffered a lot of losses as their business were disrupted due to their companies being inundated by flood. All their business items were damaged due to water entering and had to take a long time to restore all their business. But we can see how many responsible parties are helping those affected by this flood. Many companies also help the society and community. That is why it is needed for a high level of awareness in the community itself, because disaster that occur cannot be avoided if there is no effort to prevent. Natural disaster like this, so all communities must be aware and take lesson from this disaster to teach us to be better prepared in the future. That's all from our group. Thank you.